Hello, this is Tashida-San Recap, and I'm going to show you my recap of my favorite short anime called Lord Marksman and Vanadis. Enjoy watching. During the Battle of Dinant, War Maiden Eleonora Elen Vilteria and her 5,000 troops destroy an army of 25,000 Brune soldiers, leaving only Count Tiger Vermud Tiger Vorn among the survivors. Elen eventually captures Tiger and transports him to her bustling territory, Leitmeritz. Elen awakens Tiger after he has a nightmare about being mocked by Zion the Nardier. Tiger then tells Elen that the ransom she is demanding for his release as her prisoner of war is exorbitant. Elen arranges Tiger for a demonstration with an inferior bow. When an assassin attempts to aim at Elen with a crossbow, she destroys the bolt using aerokinesis. Determining the limits of the bow, Tiger shoots the assassin in the foot, allowing Elen's colleague and bodyguard Lim Limalicia to apprehend the assassin. Although the bow was poorly made to humiliate Tiger, he showed exceptional archery skills. Elen offers Tiger to serve under her, and she allows him to keep his nobility title due to his promise to protect his home back in the territory Alsace. As Tiger grows used to life at Leitmeritz, his loyal attendant Bertrand arrives at night in the imperial palace, telling Tiger that Duke Felix Aaron the Nardier is mobilizing troops towards Alsace. In the territory of Nemetacum, the Nardier dispatches his son Zion to destroy Alsace as a sign of dominance now that the Brune prince Ragnaz has been killed. The soothsayer Drekavac gives Zion 2 dragons to be used as war beasts. In Leitmeritz, Tiger desperately tries to get back to protect his homeland. When Elen stops him and asks what Tiger alone could possibly do against 3,000 soldiers, he asks her to let him borrow her army. Greatly amused, Elen accepts on the condition that she will rule Alsace, which Tiger complies. In Alsace, Tiger's maid Tita helps to evacuate the citizens, but decides to stay at Tiger's home. While Zion's forces start pillaging the town, Zion decides to destroy the mansion. Zion attempts to molest Tita, only to be forced to retreat after being interrupted by the timely arrival of Tiger and Elen. When an enemy archer tries to shoot Tiger, he catches the arrow and shoots it back, destroying his bow in the process. Tita gives Tiger the black bow, an heirloom of his ancestors. During the Battle of Molsheim, the Vanardier army of 2,700 soldiers clash with the Leitmeritz army of 900 soldiers on the open plains, with Elen and Tiger leading the charge. When the Leitmeritz army defeats Zion's 1st Battalion, he sends in his Earth Dragon, which crushes anything in its path. Elen faces the Earth Dragon alone, while Lim and Rurik lead flanking maneuvers to distract the enemy forces. Using the full power of her Verult, a long sword named Arafar, Elen slices the Earth Dragon in half, while Lim and Rurik's forces lead their pursuers into a series of traps. Zion is dismayed and refuses to send the Wyvern into battle. Informed that the Leitmeritz army is equipped with 2,000 reinforcements at his rear, Zion starts to panic. In reality, the reinforcements consisted of a shadow army of only 100 men with 2,000 remounts. Zion orders the 2nd Battalion to retreat, consequently allowing the Leitmeritz army to slaughter them from behind. When Zion attempts to flee on the Wyvern, Tiger's black bow speaks to him and absorbs power from Elen's Arafar, allowing Tiger to shoot down the Wyvern and Zion. The Leitmeritz army celebrates their victory over the Thenardier army. Elen is summoned to Silesia, the capital city of the ZHC Ted Kingdom, leaving Lim behind to help Tiger. In Silesia, Elen explains to King Victor Arter Volk Est's Tsar ZHC Ted that she was hired by Tiger to invade the Brune Kingdom in order to acquire peace in Alsace. Afterwards, Elen starts a quarrel with Olmut's war maiden Ludmilla Mila Luri, but they are halted by Polesia war maiden Sophia Sophie Obertas. When Tiger and Tita return from checking on the citizens of Alsace, they are joined by Earl Masha's Rodent, Tiger's friend and ally. Tiger convinces other nobles to join his cause, including Territoire Viscount Hughes Augur and his son Gerard Augur. Elen, Tiger, and Lim discuss their plans, but are interrupted by the arrival of Mila. They decide to reconvene in the village of Roderick, and Mila questions Tiger about his motives as they ride on horseback. Along the way, they are ambushed by the 7 Chains assassins. Mila uses her Veralt, a short spear named Lavias, using cryokinesis to kill 6 of these mercenaries. However, Lim is bitten by a snake, prompting Tiger to suck out the venom. Tiger and Elen head towards Roderick to get medical attention. After Lim recovers from her snake bite, Elen rewards Tiger, setting up a bath in a private hot springs bathhouse with a displeased Mila. The four of them then tour the marketplace in Roderick, but Mila immediately returns to her snowy homeland of Olmütz on the border of Leitmeritz. Elen orders Lim to increase the border patrol, correctly predicting that Mila has mobilized her forces. During the Battle of Vielkallen, the Leitmeritz army clashes with the Olmütz army, but their battle ends in a stalemate. Mila retreats to the Tatra fortress, a nearly impregnable citadel, and the Leitmeritz army settles in for a siege. Disguising himself as a bear, Tiger scouts for an alternate route to the fortress before encountering Mila. She shares tea with him as she expresses her misgivings of being a war maiden. After following Mila towards the fortress, Tiger reports back to Elen. As Elen and Tiger then lead a raid of 100 men into the mountains, Elen uses her full power to try to break through the rear gate, but fails. When Tiger saves Elen from certain death, the two combine their powers to destroy the rear gate and lead their men into the breach. After destroying the rear gate to the Tatra fortress, Elen duels Mila. However, this is interrupted by the last member of the Seven Chains assassins, only to be killed by Tiger. Mila realizes that Tiger not only was the bear hunter that she previously met, but also only wants to protect Alsace. In gratitude for Tiger saving her life, Mila declares her neutrality, thus ending the battle. On the western border of the Brune Kingdom, Roland, leader of the Navarre Knights and wielder of the legendary sword Durandal, receives a royal degree to kill Tiger. In the territoire, the Alsace army and the Leitmeritz army form an uneasy coalition, which is named the Silver Meteor Storm. Sophie, who is sent as a diplomatic envoy, arrives at the army camp, informing that Brune Prime Minister Pierre Baudouin has charged Tiger with treason. Sophie tells Elen the whereabouts of the remaining 4 war maidens. While Tiger and Hughes struggle to retain loyalty of their allies, the Navarre Knights approach and Roland rejects all offers of parley. During the Battle of Orange, the Silver Meteor Storm suffers heavy casualties. Tiger is severely injured while saving Elen from being attacked by Roland.
Take it!
Sophie appears and uses her Veralt, a priest staff named Zot, using photokinesis to repel oncoming Navarre Knights, then again to vanish once Elen and Tiger are safely away. When Masha's and his reinforcements arrive, the Navarre Knights stop their pursuit. In the army camp, Masha says that he was unable to meet with King Ferran Solo Raleigh Blainville de Charles, though Baudouin told Masha's that Ferran's health is precarious. With Tiger still unconscious, Elen promises to win the battle and Sophie volunteers to help her. After waking up, Tiger is guided by the Black Bow and accompanied by Tita to a mysterious temple belonging to the goddess of night, darkness and death named Turnafal. When Tita is possessed, Tiger shoots Tita in a test of resolve for greater power. He controls this power so that the arrow does not harm Tita, causing the temple to disappear. The Silver Meteor Storm diverts the plains into a bog, easily targeting the Navarre Knights. After Tiger arrives at the battlefield despite reopening his wounds, he shoots Roland with his new power. Roland barely survives and accepts defeat. With half of the Navarre Knights dead, the battle comes to an end. Roland leaves Durandal in the care of Tiger. Elen receives a letter from Legnica war maiden Alexandra Sasha Alshavin, who asks for Elen's assistance in dealing with an invasion. Meanwhile, Roland arrives at Nice, the capital city of the Brune Kingdom, only to be killed by Duke Maximilian Benusa Gainlan with a swarm of bees. Despite this, Gainlan informs the Nardier that an army of 20,000 men from the Mirzanal Kingdom is invading the Brune Kingdom. The Nardier takes a third of his troops to face the invaders and sends the remainder to Nice in order to counter Gainlan. When Tiger hears of the invasion, he decides to face the invaders, despite being outnumbered tenfold. Eventually, Tiger leads his main force against the Mirzanal army vanguard and kills General Qasim, allowing Tiger to free slaves in the territory Agnes. Gerard informs Tiger that despite suffering few casualties, their supplies are starting to run low, and that the retreating Murzenal army soldiers are joining an even larger invading force, which will number 40,000 in mere days. Tiger leads some of his riders to meet the Murzenal army cavalry, which is unexpectedly reinforced by the arrival of Mila and the Olmut's army. In Legnica, Elen is told by Sasha that Libas war maiden Elizaveta Liza Famina is using an incident during their joint campaign against pirates as an excuse to invade. Sasha also notes that her Veralt, twin daggers named Bargren, refuse to leave her despite her poor health. In Agnes, Tiger negotiates terms with Mila to ally the Olmut's army with a silver meteor storm. Gerard informs Tiger that a rescued girl named Regine Estelle Loire Bastien du Charles refuses to eat, so Tiger convinces her to eat by sharing her food. During the Battle of Borasilo, the Leitmeritz Legnica coalition army faces against the Lebas army. Elen eventually overpowers Lisa, who calls off the fight. Lisa informs Elen that the Nardir and Gainlan are ready to move, and that Tiger is facing the invasion from the Murzenal army. Elen accepts the terms of the ceasefire and hurries to rejoin Tiger. Meanwhile, Mila proposes only one battle to defeat the Murzenal army, which is led by Curies Shehin Balamir, the younger brother of the king of Murzenal. Curies presses his attack disregarding the presence of any forces from the ZHC Ted kingdom, while Tiger and Mila prepare for battle. During the Battle of Ormia, the Murzenal army of 40,000 troops arrive at the Ormia Hills, where the silver meteor storm has made a small stronghold on the first hill. Curies splits the Murzenal army into 7 divisions. While decoying refugees occupy the 1st through 4th divisions at the stronghold, Tiger and Mila lead an ambush at the 2nd hill against the 5th and 6th divisions. However, Tiger and Mila become surrounded when attacking the 7th division. Tiger and Mila are reinforced when allied knights Emil, Shaya, and August arrive to aid the silver meteor storm. Although the reinforcements will now total 5,000 men, another 3,000 men led by Hughes and Mashas also arrive, forcing Curies to retreat and regroup. When word reaches Curies that the Murzenal fleet left behind to attack the Brune Kingdom's southern harbor was sunk by the Nardier, Curies decides to withdraw and give his personal congratulations to Tiger via envoy. Elen and Lim return to Tiger and Mila, causing yet another disagreement between Elen and Mila. That night, Tiger and Elen discuss the battle, and Tiger vows that he will not forget those who died fighting for him. At Perchev Fortress, Osterode war maiden Valentina Tina Glinka Ests uses her Veralt, a grim reaper scythe named Ezendaze, using umberkinesis to witness Tiger in his sleep. During a meeting, Bertrand summons Regine, who reveals that she posed as Regnaz. The night before the Battle of Dinant, Regine was attacked by assassins and was forced to fake her death. Without any other proof of her bloodline, she can only prove her birthright as Farron's daughter in the Holy Grotto located in Ardisham, the capital city of the territory Lutetia, ruled by Gainlan. Meanwhile, the Nardia receives 5 dragons from Drekavac and moves to intercept the Cyber Meteor Storm. In Lutetia, Gainlan anticipates the final battle between Tiger and the Nardir, then sets fire to Ardisham. During the Battle of Villacresnes, the Silver Meteor Storm of 20,000 clashes with the Thenardier army of 24,000. With their combined power, Elen and Mila slay the 3 Earth Dragons, but the Fire Drake and the Double-Headed Dragon are armed with magical chains and remain unscathed. After the armies reorganize, Tiger leads flanking maneuvers against the enemy forces, while the 2 War Maidens decide to slay the 2 remaining dragons by themselves. After Elen wakes up Tiger through Bloodbust, Tiger tells Elen, Lim, Mila, Tida, and Regine that their next course of action is to head to Ardisham. Regine explains that there are 3 routes to the Holy Grotto, and they choose the 2nd route through the Moshe Temple. Taking a hidden passageway under the temple into the caverns, Tiger, Elen, Regine, Rurik, and Bertrand discover that the Nardir and his men used another route. As a battle ensues, the Nardir sends his second-in-command stayed to pursue Tiger and Regine. While Elen faces the Nardir, The cavern begins to collapse, and the Nardier chooses to retreat. However, Stade continues to pursue Tiger. While Elen, Regin, and Rurik flee, Tiger is saved by Bertrand at the cost of his life before Stade is crushed by falling rocks. Trapped underground, Tiger rushes to Bertrand, who speaks of how fortunate he was to serve Tiger before dying. Elen and Regin rush back to Artisham, where Elen finds Tiger alive and Bertrand dead in a pit. As the final battle with the Nardier approaches, the leaders of the Silver Meteor Storm wonder if Tiger will be able to overcome the death of Bertrand. A flashback reveals that Tiger used the black bow to shoot through the bedrock and create the pit. Tiger recovers his medal when Elen tells him that she felt pride when she began as a simple mercenary. They then talk about building a trade route that will connect Alsace and Leitmeritz. Baduin visits the army camp, informing that Farron was repeatedly poisoned by Gainlon, but has regained his wits. During the Battle of Mireville, the fight goes in favor of the Silver Meteor Storm, since Stade no longer commands the Thenardier army. Facing off against the Nardier, Tiger draws a single arrow and throws out his quiver after Elen brings Tiger back to his senses. The Nardier charges at Tiger, who shoots him through the forehead out of his saddle. In Nice, the populace celebrates the Silver Meteor Storm as heroes. Farron agrees to Tiger's terms for peace and recognizes Regin as his heir. He also honors Tiger with a title Knight of the Moonlight. This is the end of my video, so please watching all of my anime recap series. Thanks for watching.